This is not the Church of Emmanuel, Christ of Latter-day Saints, of Joseph Smith. This is the Church of Jesus Christ.
Travis, my good soul, we have terrorist trolls comment reply. And I wouldn't even do these videos if it weren't for Jasmine. Jasmine's the only reason why I'm doing this video. And so, yeah, Jasmine has a special place in my heart because she studies. She's smart. And she don't know she's smart, though time and time I told her so. She will not believe. What's up with that, Mormons? I tell you, you're in the great and abominable church and you need to be rescued, and what do? Terrorist troll alert! So the first terrorist is Dorlee Collins. Dorlee Collins, who's got a photo with somebody. It's too small. Too small. So let's blow her up. Oh. Her mother or daughter. It's unclear. So she's either the grandmother or the daughter who has a daughter. Or it's a created playlist of something else, because there is no actual videos of her. And so apparently these are other videos she's found and put them in a later playlist. So that's not her and her child, therefore. So she's either the woman or the other woman. It's unclear which. The other woman is more dominant in the picture, whereas the younger woman is kind of cut off. Dorlee Woodyard Collins. She's inciting the mob against me on somebody else's comment. Terrorism. Cyber terrorism. That's what trolls are. And just because our government does not treat them as cyber terrorists doesn't mean they're not. So, for example, the Houthi has declared war on America. But Congress has not declared war on the Houthi. So that doesn't mean that the Houthi are not at war with us. Similar to Iran. Iran, through their mediaries, have declared war on America. And so, again, Congress has not declared war on Iran. But it doesn't matter. Iran's at war with us. Russia has been at war with us for decades. Congress has never declared war against Russia. But that still doesn't mean Russia's not at war with us. You getting the point? Because we can go to China, North Korea, Saudi Arabia. And so, yeah, it was frustrating to listen to Bill Maher's Overtime on CNN, which is on his YouTube channel for Bill Maher Real Time. As the issues are easily solved and nobody cares. They just want the contention. So anyway, she is talking to another person who commented, and I approve their comment because they've been around for years. I know them. And fortunately, he's gotten rid of Musk. And I noticed there's a Musk thing that I have and I'm not been able to get to, so I'm doing it here because we're bringing him up. Musk, in the news this past week, is wanting to move Tesla to Texas. And you may think, yeah, so? I've also seen in the news about people concerned that Texas is thinking about seceding from the nation. They already have. When you're not following the Constitution, when you're ignoring the federal government, doing your own thing even after they tell you not to, you've seceded. Again, it's the same issue. Just because you don't consider them a threat doesn't mean they're not a threat. Oh my God. And so, yeah, the 14th Amendment, Section 3, Texas has committed an act of seditious conspiracy against the United States. All of the government leaders of Texas must now be locked up for seditious conspiracy. And the charge is, or the penalty is death. No trial. There is no trial for sedition. This is what people don't get. Trump. He's just been given a pass to run for president. Did you catch that in the news? That was just yesterday. The bombshell news. Trump's seditious conspiracy, that case, postponed until the Supreme Court decides whether Trump can run for president. And that's why the bill got passed in Congress. I told you to watch out for this. Everything is working behind the scenes to fulfill scriptural prophecies. And the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints is the overlord over all of it. And nobody believes. And yet it keeps happening yet again. And I had warned you in advance. And here we are. Again. So anyway. She's telling this other guy, listen. And so, yeah, Musk is going to Texas because Texas is seceding from the federal government. Because if you hadn't paid attention to the news, the federal government shut down Musk. So he's pissed. So he's going to Texas because they seceded from the nation. Put the pieces of the puzzle together, people. That's why I pay attention to the news. The Doctrine and Covenants orders us to pay attention to the news. Should we go over that scripture? Why not? It's a Saturday. Got nothing better to do. Wrong keywords. Keywords. I know the scripture through associative memory, and I'm not getting the... Oh my God. We'll just spend the next hour searching. Oh my God. Finally, I think. Yeah, here it is. Section 88. Teach ye diligently. After 77, I give unto you a commandment that ye shall teach one another the doctrine of the kingdom. Okay? Kingdom. Not the gospel. Kingdom. So it's for Zion. Teach ye diligently, and my grace shall attend you, that you may be instructed more perfectly in theory, science, in principle, in doctrine, in the law of the gospel, in all things pertaining unto Zion, the kingdom of God, that are expedient for you to understand. So yeah, everything. All science. Of things in heaven, astronomy, and in earth. Yeah, lots of different fields for the earth. And under the earth, things which have been, history, things which are, current events, things which must shortly come to pass, things which are at home, things which are abroad, the wars and the perplexities of the nations, and the judgments which are on the land, and a knowledge also of countries and kingdoms, that you may be prepared in all things when I shall send you again for the latter days. Warn the people, and it becometh every man who hath been warned to warn his neighbor. Latter days, the kingdom. You need to know what's going on. You have no other excuses. And that's why I do. I'm just following Joseph Smith. That's all I'm doing. Do you follow Joseph Smith? And so thus I warn, because I'm told to warn you. Because I'm doing what I was asked. And I see, and I warn you. And then it happens, and then I go, I told you so. And you say, well, you're condescending. You don't like your tongue. This is to save your life. Independence, Missouri is headed for a slight storm. It's not really a big one, but yeah, on the 11th. Just saying. I foresee it. Oh, you can't foresee the future, Travis. Nobody can have a forecast for the weather. So Dorlee, listen, talking to another guy, not me. She's not talking to me. She's inciting other people who are a subscriber. He's got the red circle with the lock in the middle of it for YouTube. I guess. He is a visible subscriber. And Dorlee is trying to turn him to the dark side, but she does not know that I hold all comments for review. And so I've now caught her as a cyber terrorist. Dorlee Collins, Woodyard. Listen, he said, talking about me, to the 1980s Youth of the Noble Birthright, which for some reason was getting a lot of views after 2 days. YouTube pisses me off. He said he is a branch of Brigham Young. No, I am of Brigham Young's branch off. See? Cyber terrorists, cyber trolls, terroristic trolls don't listen. They're illiterate on purpose to cause contention, to cause people to commit suicide. And that's pissing me off as I'm hearing the after effects of the social media guys in Congress. Everybody's now pushing for mental health for teens. That is not helping, because they're the ones who caused this problem in the first place. The bullies, the terrorists, are now the ones who are coming in to save people for what they caused. Pure evil. See, because back in my day, during the homophobic 80s, we really only had 2 genders, gay and lesbian. All these other letters, let's see, it's LG for lesbian and gay, BTQIAPO plus did not exist. They didn't create them yet. Psychologists were purposely saying that those who are LG are depressed terrorists. They considered being gay and lesbian as a mental retardation, and that they can help you with conversion therapy, electroshock therapy, to convert you back to being straight, or as the Boy Scouts used to say, morally straight. And then psychologists pulled an evil stunt for the 90s. They decided, well, if we can't scare the gay out of them, let's embrace them as being gay. And then they can keep coming back so that we can coddle them and tell them it's okay to be gay. Oh, really? You had that desire in your heart? Well, that means you must be some kind of robotic sexual. They created them. And that's how it started. Different people are saying, oh, I'm sexually attracted to Muppets. I'm sexually attracted to all these other things. And of course, the MAGA bullies, the pre-MAGA bullies, the white supremacist bullies, would beat the hell out of them and abuse them and torture them and bully them and steal their money, just like they did back in grade school when they were bullying people to be gay so that they can then justify bullying them, just like a psychologist does. And so psychologists put into the school systems, oh, you think you're a fairy princess? Yeah, that's your truth. Nobody can take away that truth. And people must appreciate you for that. Or it's some kind of an acceptance word that was created back in that day. It became a big fad. Not appreciate. I can't remember what it is. Accept. It's something like accept, but I can't remember. But regardless, you guys probably know, and you're probably going to put it in the comment. That's not the point of the video. And so, yeah, then it got to the point where there was just too much abuse against American citizens by the white supremacist pre-MAGA bullies. People were dying, people were committing suicide because psychology wasn't helping. They caused it. And so then, I don't know who it was that created the movement of LGBTQIAPO+. And I did videos years ago warning you, don't do this. 14th Amendment, Section 1. You're already protected as a citizen. Do not let psychologists segregate you from the rest of society. Don't create a group that is also non-dichotomous, subcategories of humans, because that feeds into the white supremacist pre-MAGA bullies, that you are not human because you yourself have designated yourself as subhuman. The psychologists set you up. So, I'm getting off track, aren't I? You are human. Go back to your origins. Go back to the Constitution, which is too late. America has fallen. Good job. You were a part of the destruction of America because you did not know your Constitution in the 14th Amendment, Section 1, that you were already protected. And the deep state Dems are responsible for overthrowing the Constitution in that manner. And then the false dichotomous MAGA, which used to be pre-MAGA, Tea Party with Michael E. and GOP prior to that, back in the homophobic days, they've been destroying the Constitution their way through aggressive force, putting the Supreme Court justices in to overthrow Roe v. Wade. Again, the deep state Dems are talking to you about how you need to get abortion on your state voter registry or voter forms for this coming election. It's too late. The Supreme Court already committed an act of seditious conspiracy against the United States, and they're not being removed from office either. 14th Amendment, Section 1. The deep state press won't talk about it. And the MAGA press won't talk about it either. They just do it. Overthrow it. The Constitution is null and void because nobody's following it. And in case you're wondering, because you don't know what the 14th Amendment, Section 1 is all about, those who are born get rights. And thus a fetus not born. No rights. So does the woman get rights or the fetus get rights? Well, it's supposed to be the woman. You already had your rights in the Constitution, and yet you got punked by the pro-lifers of the MAGA bullies, which used to be the pre-MAGA bullies, the GOP, Tea Party, to create the wrong party. The pro-choicers. Women need to choose. Our body, our choice. And you ignored the Constitution that gave you your rights. You got punked by psychology. You should be screaming for the termination of the employment of the Supreme Court justices and all those in government that aided and abetted in this seditious conspiracy. And yes, it's the death penalty. Those pro-lifers. No wonder they want pro-life, to get away with their crimes and not be punished. We want to coup the government and not be punished with execution. We're pro-life. And so, no. I am from Brigham Young's church. She did not listen to me. And there she is putting listen, beam and mote. He is not, all caps, a member of the original church. Which original church? Joseph Smith's? Yeah, I'm not. I'm of Brigham's church, which technically got shut down. It's technically Heber J. Grant's church. She doesn't study. She doesn't know. So he was raised in the apostate church. Yeah, Brigham Young's church is the apostate church. She's right. From the main church that is gone. Joseph's church does not exist on the face of the earth. See what she's done here? She did not listen. She took what I said, being born and raised in the covenant of Brigham Young's branch off, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, to say that I'm one of the FLDS churches, or one of the other churches that are not FLDS. She did not listen to my video where I explained seminary, mission. It's so blatantly obvious, and there she is as a cyber terrorist troll of one of my loyal followers who's not afraid to be seen. Thus he speaks. Here she is. Here it is. Wait for it. His truth, which she capitalizes the first two letters. His truth. Yep, who's that? Who are the my truthers? That's the progressives who were told by their psychologists in grade school to believe this. It's your truth. Nobody can take it away from you. Nobody can bully you. You just did. And so, yes, what did MAGA do in response? Trutherism. The false dichotomy that's destroyed America. She's calling me a progressive. Bleepin' bleep bleep. Progressives are terrorists because they're Islamists and pro-Hamas. They lied to us by saying they're pro-Palestinian. Hamas is Palestinian. Israel is responding to Hamas's attack on October 7th. Notice how the press talked about the Ukraine war differently than the war against Hamas. And after the bombing that we just did to those 85 different sites controlled by Iran, notice how the press is explaining it in great graphic detail? And they didn't do that for Israel. Do you see how the press is against Israel, who are the victims? The press have committed an act of seditious conspiracy against the United States, and thus guilty of the death penalty in accordance with the Constitution. America has fallen. And because it's our government that's doing it, they're not being held accountable. They are already transitioning America to be fascist, like Nazi Germany under Hitler during World War II. He ran as a progressive, a socialist, and once he took office, turned it into fascism. That's the coup. And so, yes, they didn't get we the people to storm the Capitol and take it over and prevent the certifying of the election. But those in government responsible were not removed and are still there, and are little by little turning us into a fascist nation with the overthrow of Roe v. Wade, the Disrespect for Marriage Act, the stock market for the multi-billionaires. Wow, it's breaking new records every weekday because the government caved to the threats of the corporations. As Trump now gets to run for president. And he's already telling us what he's going to do. He's going to murder all of you. He's want revenge. There will be blood. And you don't listen. You don't believe. And so she has no clue what a bias is. Because if I were a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, which I am, then Mormons expect me to conform and comply and quit criticizing the church. But I'm criticizing the church, aren't I? So therefore, I'm not biased. As the video says, I'm not. I was told to study. I studied. They're now punishing me for studying my scriptures. Punishing me because I found out, oh, Joseph Smith is a translator. Cool. Church must be true. Wait a minute. Why are you punishing me? What's going on? Is Joseph Smith not our founder? What's happening? Is the Book of Mormon not the keystone? Apparently not, because there's so many contradicting documents that are forgeries in the Doctrine and Covenants put in by Brigham Young. And subjective sharing of his stories. Ooh, scary. subjective sharing of my stories. And YouTube did not flag this bleeping bleep bleep. She is the enemy of the people. Alrighty, so you have to go to published and then go back to held for review. And so, J.C. Collinridge for breaking bombshell LDS church news, and he's commenting on a Jasmine comment. Sorry, Jasmine, I know you want to handle these people yourself. But if I do that, then they're gonna do what the other bleep and bleep bleep did, and I won't be able to find them and stop them. I have to hold all comments for review, because these people are gonna incite the mob against me, and I won't be able to leave my apartment. In fact, I'm already being attacked by car exhaust. People will murder me. These are Mormons. This is what they do. They have no clue that this isn't Joseph's church. They don't want a clue. They're Danites. They are the enemy. So J.C. Collinridge is talking to Jasmine. Did the Kentucky mission president say anything about the flashing of the Star of David ring? It's not the Star of David ring, it's the Shield of David ring. There's a difference. But he's an anti-Semite. And so he wouldn't know. He doesn't care to know. Because he's a white supremacist anti-Semite. This is Joseph's religion. This is the religion of the Book of Mormon. And why is he talking to Jasmine about it? I've had others who talk to me directly. Why are you wearing the Star of Baphomet? Wrong star. Nevertheless, I'm interested to hear what humiliated the missionaries in the talk about tithing. Yeah, go to her channel. Get the hell off of mine. Published, held for review. Alright, Sage saith, bombshell breaking LDS church news. At 1948 to 1951, that's the time frame in the video. I'm not sure Carly deleted your comment. Oh, please, don't YouTube comment explain to me. Dear God. That's not the point of the video. Talk about the video. God, no. Go away. It's bad enough that I have Mormons explaining to me when I know more than they do, because they're wrong when they make their comment. And Christians, they Christian-splain. They're always wrong. And critics of the church, always wrong. Are you using the learning of the Jews, critics? No? What's the learning of the Jews, you say? Exactly. So on section 119, tithing turns LDS church missions into illegal pyramid schemes. This was the Jasmine comment reply video. And Jasmine is now commenting. Finally, saving the best for last, because she studies. And so I've created a whole playlist because she studies. And she asks questions, and they're always bombshells. And so Jasmine is saying, I want to hear your mission stories. I'll have to email them to you because nobody else cares. But does this mean you're going to comment more frequently than the new normal? Are you? You know, it's okay if you get attacked by a deer. Just let me know. Thomas Magnum had an episode that I saw several days ago in which he was explaining how to identify people's response to not answering your phone call. If you only get a couple of rings and they hang up, that means the one thing. If it keeps ringing, that means another thing, and so on. If it goes to message, it means another. And he's talking about it in the sense of you're in a beginning relationship with this person. I should go back and rewatch it and take notes. But I really don't see myself in a relationship anytime soon. Right, women? Nobody's listening. There would be no doubt that if you had missionaried me, get your mind out of the gutter. Well, Jasmine, you just pulled a beam in a moat. But you're married, and so my mental block already got built. No touchy for Jasmine. And you've already established no dick pics, and I don't do no. Yeah. You guys, ugh. And so, yes, you're married. I was told as a kid, the bro code. Don't mess with another man's woman. They're white supremacists, remember? Women are a slave owned by the man. But you don't mess with another man's girlfriend or wife. You stay away and don't deal anything with them. And then when I got older, they expanded it to family. You know, the woman they raped as a kid and did the right thing by marrying them, probably by shotgun. They then turned it into, don't mess with my family, my child of rape. This is the setup that they did to overthrow Roe v. Wade, and why they're going after abortion and contraception and punishing single mothers with poverty to give up the baby to an adoption agency. They've destroyed your life with rape, and they want to punish you for it. This is how evil they are. You don't understand the situation you're currently in right now. And only those women who get raped and want to have a need to have an abortion are finding out firsthand the hard way. America has fallen. We're not getting abortion rights back because they're not acknowledging you as a human citizen. That's the real issue. It has nothing to do with your choice for abortion. It has to do with they just called you subhuman. They want you back as property of your husband. And of course, he's religious, the right religion. And if it's Utah, it's the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. It's the rest of the United States, it's evangelical Christian. You do not understand the threat we're in. And the press won't cover it, even though they're covering it. They're just not getting you to know about it. And so, yeah, even talking with the rapper who's got the Grammys or whatever it is on Sunday on Bill Maher's show yesterday, talking about how the youth are led by entertainment. entertainment decides how to raise our children and screws them up, and they go to the psychologist who screws them up some more. Says, oh, great. You think your identity is robot lover, Alexa lover. Yes. I wish I knew that word. It's bugging me. Because it is so stupid. And I heard my brother use it back in 2014 on a Facebook post. But anyway, we won't go down that story again either. And so, yeah, we are on all-out attack in America, and America just doesn't understand it. Innocent black people are still being shot when they're unarmed and have their backs turned. Shot in the back by cops. Still. It hasn't stopped. The Utah cop who sicked his canine on an innocent person got sued. Yeah, well, he's Mormon, and the Mormons on the jury pool all knew him, and Helaman chapter 6 takes over. Innocent. Just like Mark Shurtleff and the other Mormons, we protect our own from criminal prosecution to overthrow the government. So, she would have joined. You would have. There's a reason why I only am credited with the Rincon family. There was another guy who was a black man, but I transferred in when he was getting baptized. So it was the previous missionaries that take the credit for it, but it counted on my numbers. I don't count it. I do not know him. I did not give him any of the missionary discussions. Only the Rincon family. And only because Stratford found out that Ames was poaching them. And was pissed. Here we are struggling to find somebody who's interested, and Ames, our district leader, is poaching our area. He has his own area, even though he's the district leader over the whole thing. But he has his own area to do his own tracting in. And he poached ours in our territory. This is gang turf warfare for missions. And so, yeah, because Ames is who he is, he immediately handed him over. And so, yeah, the Rincons were awesome. But all we did was read from the missionary discussions. They didn't ask any questions. They were simply, they've got a new baby, Seychelle, adorable. And my voice put her to sleep, and they were surprised because she isn't able to go to sleep with strangers in the house, and yet I give the closing prayer, and asleep she goes. So cute. But, yeah, he worked for a youth corrections place, troubled youth, and I can't remember what she did for a living also. But Sonny and Dina Rincon, they were just looking for a religion to raise their new family in. And I didn't know anything about pyramid scams or godfathers of mafia and crime organizations and such like that. I knew that tithing, I didn't like to pay it as a child. There was Metallica cassette tapes I needed to buy. And was told I'm not allowed to. And so, yeah, it was just a matter of me reading to you from the missionary discussions and not going any further. They didn't ask me any questions. They didn't ask us any questions. And so it was the easiest thing in the world to get them in, because they didn't care. They just wanted a religion for their daughter and future family. And so, yeah, if I were to do then what I know now, I wouldn't have gone on my mission. I would have told my parents, I have learned for myself that the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints is not Joseph Smith's church and is therefore not true. Is anybody even out there knowing where I got that from? Should I use Presbyterian? That help you? So, yeah, I still would have protected you back then if I knew now what I know now and protected you from joining the church. Jasmine, where is it? Oh, wait a minute. There is an email. Oh, no. Oh, is this it? Oh, Jasmine, I love you. Non-platonically, or is it platonically? Which is the word? Oh, I see sort of porn, but not really. This must be it. Awesome. Jasmine's back. Whew. Going back to the previous normal. So yeah, she emailed me a porn story you won't believe. No, I'll believe it. I'll believe anything. Anything you say, I'll believe. Don't buy a used Playboy, Travis. Because in the video, I did a special breakout or breaking news about Samantha Fox. You keep making me blush. It's unfair. I'm going to check something. Hold on, we're at 52 minutes. Only Jasmine is listening now. And maybe a few others that have been with me for years. They might want to know about this. Archive.org. Playboy. October 1996. Notice how I still remember? I understand. Stay away! Yep. Come on, I just clicked on that. That's October, right? September, October. Why is it that? Oh, it is. It's a different cover. Interesting. Interesting. I like this one better. She's a bunny, Jasmine. Awesome. I may have not wanted to do that, depending on how fast it downloads. So let's tell you a mission story in the meantime. I already told you one with the Rincon family. I may have to redo this after I do this video. If it's gonna take this long. It's doing the whole year. Yeah, we'll cancel and come back. And no, I do not get them for the articles. And so to finish Jasmine off, I am also back on track with picks and questions, so be prepared. And so yes, you did have an email, so I'm breathing easier now. I'm no longer sad. Sadder than sad, and some pictures of you as jailbait. Are you as jailbait here in these pictures, Jasmine? Is that what I'm seeing here? Well, let's see if there's anything to add. As anything that's between you and I will stay between you and I. Yeah, well, okay. Well, I believe. Wow. Porn is fake? Come on, Jasmine. Trust James. He wouldn't lie to you. Oh. So it's not you. Okay. Oh, okay. So I can mention this. By the way, I like it when you look up something from my comments and say, interesting. Notice that I started saying interesting when I was watching Star Trek. Mr. Spock. Why? I was associating Mr. Spock with interesting. That's why. And so if I had not been watching Star Trek, I would have been using some other word instead. Maybe. But yeah, interesting. It makes your eyes light up and is so cute. I have been reading through the Joseph Smith papers. Good for you. See? This is why Jasmine gets preferential treatment by me. Wow, there is a lot in there that is not being told and corrected. Yep. Are you okay? Sort of better. We won't discuss it. I'll be better in just a moment. We're done. Well,